So I came across this, and forgive me for reading some of this by somebody called Melody Fletcher, but it's definitely an advert for something called Starface pimple patches, right? Now, let me preface this with we've all been through, hormonal changes. You go through adolescence, all the rest of it. For many, that entailed having pimples, spots, blackheads, things like that, yeah? But diet had an awful lot to do with that. Plus, of course, what you were putting on your skin. And even many soaps out there. When you looked at the ingredients, holy shit, are you surprised? Yeah? And then add things like makeup and the toxicity of the many chemicals involved in that. Add things like sugars from, drinks like carbonated drinks like Coca-Cola or variations on the theme, which is just vastly stacked with sugar. And then, of course, confectionery. I remember as a teenager myself, people the same age as me who had a lot of spots, there was a common denominator. They eat vast amounts of things like Mars bars and, other confectionery and gobble down Coke at the rate of knots. Coca-Cola. And, things along those lines. But believe me, the common denominator when you reflect and look back is what you expose your body to, which then translates and shows in your face. Add to that bacteria, hormones, blah, blah, blah. And let's face it, many of them that had problematic skin, although not exclusively, well, hygiene was an issue. Many of them didn't wash as much as they bloody well should have done and taken a lot more care over their skin. But no, you just throw that to the four bloody winds now. All you need to do is apparently wear this company's Starface World. Starface pimple patches. Yeah. Just make it cool to every spot or blemish you have on your skin. Put in, slap on a pentagram. Although it's not, they do other shapes, but mainly pentagrams. But yeah. Do you use pimple patches? Now, for most of, us that had lived a life more sane in a time where, when on reflection, you miss, you had no idea how lucky you were as a child. The only beings, humanity-wise, that covered themselves all over their face with whatever were basically, children, nursery school age, all the rest of it, slapped each other with bits of paint or, covered themselves in crayons or whatever. But now let's just embrace everything. I think it honestly, another subliminal of that is washing. Forget that, because remember, as part of Agenda 21, why have a bath a day or a shower or whatever else? Remember, just top and tail, and maybe, treat yourself once a week or more to, actual water. This is all going down this line. Like, seriously. Address essentially hygiene and dietary issues by just slapping a bunch of pentagrams. Or obviously, I'm still not selling this to you people. Not a chance. The people out there who are not convinced by what I'm saying, I'm not selling it to you. But just look alone at the ingredients. Seriously, I'll leave you a link to that. And while in amongst it, you're like, oh yeah, that's very good. Coconut oil, who could disagree with that? Blah, blah, blah. There's an awful lot of chemicals. So, ties in also to eugenics. Anyway, your thoughts, and I'll speak to you soon.